Good day, my wonderful listeners from wherever I bring to you the news. The news headline: IPOB lawyer addresses Nnamdi Kanu death rumors. The news in full. Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, the lead counsel of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the outlawed indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, on Monday evening allayed fears to his client's well-being and said he is very much alive. In a statement he signed, which was made available to Politics Nigeria, Ejiofor said Kanu is still being detained in the facility of the Department of State Services (DSS) National Headquarters in Abuja. He, however, stated that there was an impasse as regards their meeting with the IPOB leader on Monday. He said in a statement, "Update on our routine visit to our infatigable client, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, at the headquarters of the Department of State Services, DSS, Abuja, today, the 28th day of February 2022. In his statement, he said, "Our routine court-ordered visit to our infatigable client was led by the distinguished Senator Advocate of Nigeria, Professor Chief Mike Ozikome, SAN, who is also the lead counsel in Onyemnedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. Our esteemed team of lawyers comprising of the learned Silk, myself, and Barrister Aloy Ejimako were all cleared most promptly upon our arrival and consequently allowed to proceed with the business of the day to pay Nnamdi Kanu a visit as his lawyers. We were immediately ushered into the room designated for the visit. All the protocols were duly observed as we willingly submitted ourselves to the same. In the line the DSS stipulated routine guidelines, we waited until minutes turned into an hour and there was no signal that we would have Onyemnedu brought to us. Consequently, the erudite Silk leading our team raised an alarm and demanded to have the attention of the DSS superiors for explanation on why a court-order visit, which originally should not exceed 2 hours, was taking almost 1 and a half hour, waiting with no hope of meeting with Onyemnedu. Following the stout protest by the erudite Silk, we were consequently brought in to meet some of the superior officers at a meeting where all superiors personnel connected with the matter were invited. Far-reaching contacts were made to establish the fact that our client Onyemnedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was presumably protesting the previous 3 visits, which were aborted by the DSS. All efforts were made to move the visit to his very location of detention were not granted by the DSS, as they insisted that our request ran contrary to their procedures and guidelines. Effort is presently being intensified to pacify Onyemnedu to have one-on-one discussion with his legal team to enable us brief him on legal steps we may be compelled to take and measures to be adopted to assure him that there are legal consequences for flagrant violation of court order by the DSS. We are quite hopeful that his needless impasses will be resolved between now and tomorrow morning to enable the legal team led by Chief Ozekome San to conduct the visit tomorrow that has so far been assured to us. We authoritatively confirm to you all that this stage that Onyemnedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very much alive and still being detained in the facility of the State Security Services (DSS) National Headquarters in Abuja. We shall continue to keep you updated on matters connected with this visit to our infatigable client Onyemnedu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and any other compelling attendant concerned thereto. Thank you all, Chineke, and remain richly blessed." Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in the custody of the DSS in Abuja, has been denied access to his legal team. He said it in a statement which he signed and was available to Politics Nigeria that he said their routine court order visit to their client was led by the distinguished Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Professor Chief Mike Ozikome, SAN, who is also the lead counsel in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. He made it known that their esteemed lawyer, comprising of himself and Barrister Aloy Ejimako, were all cleared most promptly upon their arrival and consequently allowed to proceed with the business of the day to pay Nnamdi Kanu a visit. He went further and said they were immediately ushered into the room designated for visit. All the protocols were duly observed as they willingly submitted themselves to the same in line that the DSS stipulated routine guidelines. They said they waited minutes and it turned to hours, and there was no signal of them in any chance in meeting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They also made it known that they raised an alarm and demanded to see the DSS superiors for explanation on why a court order visit, which was ordinarily should not extend 2 hours, was taking almost 1.5 hours waiting time, and there was no hope of missing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They also said that they were brought in to meet some of the superiors at a meeting where all superiors connected to the matter were invited. Far-reaching contacts were made to establish that the fact that Nnamdi Kanu was presumably protesting the previous 3 visits, which was aborted by the DSS. They also made it known that all efforts were made to move the visits to Nnamdi Kanu's very location of detention were not granted by the DSS, as they insisted that their request ran contrary to their procedures and their guidelines. Efforts presently being made intensified to pacify Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu to have one-on-one discussion with his legal team, to enable them brief him on some legal steps which they may be compelled to take, and measures to be adopted to assure that there are legal consequences for flagrant violation of court order by the DSS. They were quite hopeful that these needless impasses will be resolved between now and the next day to enable the legal team led by Chief Ozekoma San to conduct the visit the next day that has been so far assured to them. They also authoritatively confirmed to us that at this stage, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still very much alive and still being detained in the facility of the DSS in their national headquarters in Abuja. They also said they will keep them updated on the matters connected with the visit on their infatigable clients, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and any other compelling attendant concerns thereto.